Welcome to Musings of a Watch Collector, a carefully curated channel of all my timepieces. I will be showcasing each piece in detail to understand its historical and cultural significance. Let me take you on a horological journey that covers watchmakers from around the world, both past and present. So join me on my meanderings, Musings of a Watch Collector. Hi everyone, I'm Michael and welcome back to another episode of Musings of a Watch Collector. In this episode we'll be covering off something very special, and that has been a fan favourite for those of you who follow me on Instagram, and that is my Casio G-Shock DW5600 NASA 20 limited edition. Casio is of course one of the big four Japanese watchmakers that has a horological history spanning more than 74 years, founded in 1946. But I'm not going to go into the history of Casio in this episode. I'm probably going to go through its history in a future episode when I cover off my Casio Universal Calendar. I do want to cover off a brief history of the DW5600 and its relationship it's had with NASA. Casio G-Shock first came out in 1983 and has been very popular among watch enthusiasts for more than 37 years. They've been extremely popular amongst emergency services and military personnel due to its rugged design and use of materials. It is literally the Mack truck of watches. It is highly resistant to electric shock, to gravity, water, and low temperatures. Creating a value proposition of indestructibility made sense for NASA to test and adopt the G-Shock to be used in the harsh environment of space. For nearly 3 decades, from 1983 to 2011, the Casio G-Shock DW5600, 5900, 6600, 6900 were approved by NASA for flight missions. Other crew-preferred digital watches for non-extravehicular activities, or EVA, included the Seiko Astronaut A829, the Seiko A827 Yacht Timer, and the Timex Ironman Triathlon, all three of which I have and will be featuring in future episodes. The only other digital watch that has been approved by NASA is the Omega X33 Skywalker. This has both a digital and analog display. These digital timepieces can only be worn on a spacecraft or on board the International Space Station. This is because they are shielded from the electromagnetic radiation in space. This radiation prohibits a digital watch from operating correctly in space, which is why the only NASA-approved watch for spacewalks or EVA activities is the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch. So the only 4 NASA-approved space watches are the Casio G-Shock DW5600, the Timex Ironman Triathlon Data Link, the Omega X33 Skywalker, and the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional. The Casio DW5600 has its place at the Smithsonian Museum at the National Air and Space Museum in Washington. This is a testament to its importance in the NASA Shuttle Space Program. The watch comes in a typical G-Shock metal case as its primary packaging. However, this is designed with black and white block patterns emblematic of the Saturn V rockets that were used predominantly for the Apollo space program. The watch comes in all white as a homage to the astronaut's spacesuit. On the buckle end of the strap is the American flag, and on the other half it reads the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The size and weight would be standard to any other DW5600, with functions that include a multifunction alarm, hourly chime, chronograph, and timer. However, there are 3 distinct features that make this a limited edition. The first one is quite obvious, with the NASA worm logo of the 1980s emboldened along the top of the watch face. The second is a light function. When turned on, there is a red silhouette of the moon against the green LED light, a really unique touch. The third is a laser etching of the moon on the caseback, which also indicates that the watch is 200 meters water resistant and uses the Casio 3229 quartz module. When I started branching out to Japanese watchmakers, I wanted to include a G-Shock in my collection. And it just happened to be so that I came across this piece, which is now unfortunately sold out. The historical and horological significance of this timepiece truly fascinates me. It reminds us that as a species we live in very exciting times. We've so far witnessed the success of SpaceX. This year in 2021 we're going to see the launch of Blue Origin, and hopefully in 2024 we're going to see NASA's Artemis program land, the first woman on the moon. And we're going to be seeing this in our lifetime, live on television. And it just tells me that we live in very exciting times, and this watch is emblematic of that. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks everyone for watching this episode on my Casio G-Shock DW5600. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like. Also, subscribe to my channel and let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. If you haven't checked out my official Instagram, be sure to check it out. The link is below, as well as my official watch blog. I'm Michael, once again signing off from Musings of a Watch Collector. See you next time and take care.